welcome to this interview. I'm Vika Teicher.
Happy
I'm a
to.
health and wellness coach, and today I'm here with Marie Capizzi. She's a clinical counselor in Oceanside, California.
Mhm.
And Marie, thank you for chatting with me today.
My pleasure. Happy to do this. Happy to be with you.
Me
Yeah.
too. Me too. So I want to ask you first, what inspired you to respond to my wellness coaching offer?
I was consistently gaining weight since the COVID pandemic happened, and then um, it seemed to amp up last winter. Um, and I knew I needed a change. I wasn't feeling good about myself, and I
Mhm.
wanted to feel healthier and better about myself.
Okay. Yeah.
And
And
I'm sorry, and I saw this come across in a in a group that we both belong to, and it was just the perfect timing for me.
yeah. And how did you know it was the perfect timing for you? What was it like? Why now?
I knew I needed to make the change, but I it felt like it was going to be a really hard thing to do, and I um I didn't have the motivation to actually make it happen. I sort of knew what I had to do, but I just didn't have I I wasn't taking the steps. And I needed a push. And
You
that's
needed a
what
little
this
push.
provided.
Okay. All right. So what I'm just curious, like lifestyle, diet, exercise, what were you doing before coaching? What kinds of things were you?
Zero exercise because I had been swimming and I lost my gym when I lost a job that I had. And I was just eating whatever I want to. My boss has candy out in the office, and I was helping myself to a lot of it and eating a lot of it. Um, I wasn't sleeping well. I certainly I wasn't engaging in an old habit of meditation, and that was missing in my life as well. So yeah, those were the big things. Like that I wasn't doing things that I knew had worked past. I just sort of fell out of the habit, and I couldn't get myself back in.
What do you think contributed to you falling out of the habit?
Lifestyle, new jobs, lots of moves, a family member passing away. Uh, those were some of the things that contributed. I just, like events happen in life, and uh, yeah, that I just sort of fell out of those habits.
Yeah. Yeah. So you had good habits before, but then life happened, the
Yeah,
loss, the new job, the pandemic, and it
right.
was just became more too steep of a hill to get back on.
Yeah, that's a good
Okay.
description. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Too steep.
So tell me about your experience about the program. Like if you can think of it, it's 12 sessions, pretty much a 3-month program. And how was
Mhm.
the progression for you? How did it go?
It went really well. We started off with like a big picture. Where do you see yourself in 3 months from now? And at the end of this 12-week period, where do you see yourself? And then we sort of progressively made um, little goals along the way to reach that big picture.
Hmm.
And it was painless. It was really gentle, and you guided me in such a sweet way that helped me to see the next steps and to see uh, and to have that confidence that I could do it. Checking in with my confidence level each with each goal was really helpful, and then it all of that, your motivation, your kind of your encouragement helped keep me accountable in
Mm.
each step of this process. And as I saw my success, I was more and more encouraged to continue and set new goals and achieve those goals. And it was just a gradual, gentle process that was very supportive.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard you say the word painless and
Yeah,
gradual. It sounds like the pacing that you were aligned with the pacing of the program.
very much so. It was just perfect for me. It was really just exactly, you listen. You are very attentive and you listen carefully and you reflect back. So um, that built a sense of trust in you immediately.
Mhm.
And it to help me kind of craft the goals. And really, you're very open ended and questioning helped me to craft the goals. So they felt personal, but yet you had helped me to define them.
Mhm. So it
And
sounds like something in the relationship, between the listening and help guiding you, between the question and the listening
yeah,
and the help of guiding you to craft the goals for
yes,
yourself was very felt very personalized and effective for you.
yeah, absolutely. Amazingly so. And that it kept me in it. I mean, I missed only one session because of a work event, and the it was just snowballing in a positive way,
Mhm.
and that kept me in it. I wanted to continue to have these little successes each week,
Mhm.
and build towards that big picture that we had initially set.
Yeah, you got a sense of the momentum that the program was creating, and you
Hmm.
wanted to stick with that momentum. And
Yeah.
what else? I'm curious. What you feel like you brought to the program that contributed to the success.
Well, I brought a sense of commitment. Like I was ready to
Hmm.
make the change, and so I was committed. I wanted to achieve. I wanted to have the success.
Hmm.
Um, and an openness. I had never engaged in coaching before, so I really had a very limited knowledge of what coaching was, but
Hmm.
I was very open to
Mm.
what you presented, and that was helpful. So openness, commitment, and I mean a sense of just self knowledge, just knowing what I'm capable of.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, so that's a great combination that you brought. Yeah,
Yeah,
the openness, the commitment, and the self-knowledge, the self-awareness,
yeah,
such powerful tools you brought into it, and it matched really well with the coaching. And this
yeah.
was your very first time being
Doing
coached.
coaching, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
and there you
I
are,
had like
very.
a small sample of it, but I didn't sustain that, and I think again it was the relationship really
Mhm.
made the difference. Like I didn't
Yeah,
feel the connection that I felt with you.
yeah,
So
beautiful.
yeah.
So I'm curious, what surprised you as you were moving along this program? As I remember, there were quite a you came back into the session kind of surprised with yourself.
I was surprised at my limited thinking that had kept made me think that this whole process was going to be really hard. This was going to be a hard thing, and it really wasn't hard at all. It was really very smooth and very gentle and very sweet, and it just developed in a natural way.
Mm.
And I was surprised at that. And then when we set an initial goal, an initial, like in the big picture, where do you see yourself 3 months from now? I said, I wanted to be making more money. I didn't know how that was going to happen. But in the course of this, I quit a job and got another job and made twice my income. So, and it really had nothing to do with the wellness coaching, but everything to do with the wellness coaching because it was a level of confidence that I built in myself to
Mhm.
have the faith in myself to um, leave the old job and go into the new job making more money.
So it
So
sounds like your success and the boost and the momentum that you are feeling from concentrating on bringing more wellness into your life translated outside
yeah,
of the topic of, necessarily,
physical
physical,
health.
emotional health,
Yeah,
but and your intention in
right.
the very beginning was in motion.
Yeah, it's a sense of like I gained a greater sense of self-worth by tuning into my physical body, listening to my physical body, making changes to my physical and emotional body. I was able to change the financial outlook of my life as well.
That's such good insight. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that message that you were giving to yourself, to your body, to your being, that I am worth it. I'm worth it.
Hmm.
I'm worth it. And I'm gonna give myself food that's worth it. I'm gonna move my body to
Yeah.
reflect worth it. And then that worth reverberated out into the
Yeah.
work world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much.
Beautiful. Yeah. It's a beautiful connection, a beautiful outcome. I'm curious, Marie, because I know you're a clinical counselor. What do you see are some of the differences between therapy and coaching for people who aren't sure if they need one or the other, or maybe they already have
Hmm.
a therapist and they wonder, like, would coaching, complement that?
Yeah. I mean, I do use some of the coaching skills in therapy, setting small goals, smart goals, and moving towards those, for procrastination or things along that line. But the main difference, I think, is coaching is dealing with the behavior in the here and now. You're not looking at the root causes of the behavior, you're just looking to adjust the behavior.
Mhm.
Whereas in therapy, you're going in deeper and you're looking at the here and now, but you're taking the here and now back to what the root causes might be, and then moving from there. So both involve education. I mean, I think to some degree, but you did very little education with me. Just it was more just we're going to set these goals and that's how we're going.
Mhm.
And there's much it's a much deeper sense of digging into your personal needs in a therapy session.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful. Yeah, thank you for clarifying that because I can see them as being complementary to each other.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I know sometimes limiting beliefs come up in both, right?
Oh, without yeah,
So
limiting
that's a
beliefs are a lot of our the source of cognitive behavioral therapy for sure. And yeah, they hold us back a lot, those core
yeah,
beliefs that
yeah,
we need to shift.
yeah. I mean, one of the benefits I see, and especially with you, you were gaining confidence in how things you were able to move and make things change in your life. I think of it as, you were cultivating self-efficacy, and
Mhm. Yeah,
that's such a powerful tool to cultivate. So,
it is. It definitely is. It was
all
a
right.
great experience all the way around.
Well, Cheryl, can you brag a little bit about what the outcomes were for you?
Sure. In the 3-month period, I lost 20 pounds. That was from just watching my diet, eating well, nutritional, meals, and cutting out the sweets and some of the carbs, and walking and swimming more. I got my bike fixed and I started biking in the evenings. Um, I was just saying that I joined a meetup group of ladies my age, and some guys are in it too, and we walk around Mission Bay here in San Diego. And yeah, I mean, so that increased my social circle. I started walking in my neighborhood. I've lived here about 2 years, and I've walked a little bit, but I started to walk more regularly. So I met a lot of the neighbors and met their pets, and just, and that led to a group here in my neighborhood of ladies that meet the second Tuesday of the month every month. So it just snowballed into all of this stuff. And as I mentioned before, I got a new job during the course of it, or yeah, I it was so much. Friends, social life increased, as well as physical changes. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, congratulations, Marie. I mean, that's such a great outcome. I mean, and they're layered, right? The exercise, the movement with
Mm,
connection with other people, the
yeah,
food that helped you with the exercise,
yeah,
the understanding your self-worth. And so you could work less and free up time to do more self-care.
yeah.
I know you made a lot of new appointments too, right? You were taking care of your eyes,
Oh, that's
your
right. I took care
teeth.
of my eyes. I found a gym. I took care of my eyes, and other that like a lot of healthcare stuff that I had kind of just put on hold. I went to the dentist for the first time in a long time, um, because I didn't have dental care, and I was just like, I found a way to make it work. I found the greatest gym. I had lost my gym, and I found a really lovely gym with bright open space for swimming, and it's free. So it was just so many things really improved overall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And just from like getting clear about what you really wanted, and this really
exactly.
putting
Yeah.
it out there and beautiful. Well, congratulations, Marie.
Thank you. My
You are
pleasure.
my
It was
first
such a great experience. Really
you are my
amazing.
first graduate
Oh,
of hopefully many. And so it was, it's been beautiful to work with you. So
thank you.
congratulations.
I feel the same.